Hi, my name is Annamieka, and this is the Art Friend Show, where every conversation focuses on getting to know the essence of creativity itself. I'd love to invite you as well to join me inside of Art Friend School, where we go deeper into these topics and join in with other art friends around the world. Thanks so much for joining us, and let's get to the show. To the Art Friend Show. Here's an artist you're gonna love to know. Hi, I'm Annamieka, and I'm an artist in Portland, Oregon. I'm going live 100 days in a row to create the Art Friend Show. So this is gonna be a short solo episode about three things. Number one, who is Art Friend? Number two, what's the deal with Art Friend School and that founding member launch that I just splashed up out there yesterday? And then number three, an update about the podcast. I'm so excited. So here we go. First of all, Art Friend. Like, who is Art Friend? My original idea about Art Friend is that Art Friend is like inside of all of us. Art Friend is our inner artist. In my really intensive mentoring program that I've been developing since 2018, I actually have this lesson called Embody Your Inner Artist, and you dress up as them. And that's how you tap into your power and remind yourself that you're the shit and you can do it and blah, blah, blah. You bring your dreams into life. And this idea of Art Friend has been knocking at me for years. I mean, there's so many little reminders as I'm now doing this full on, like, my internet is called Art Friend that I set up like a year ago. Like, I've been wanting to bring this idea to life for so long, but it's not me. Art Friend is not like, oh, Annamieka. Like, I am one of millions of us. And so my concept for the Art Friend Show and the Art Friend School and just like Art Friend in general is that it's all about getting to know creativity and like making friends with it. And it's almost like your inner advocate, your inner badass, your courageous self, in an antidote to the inner critic. You've got your inner art friend and your inner critic. So that's what I think of as Art Friend. And then of course there's all these fun ways to play with it, right? Like, we can all become art friends. I think I just was reading Amanda Palmer, this punk rocker, writer, amazing woman, last night, saying like, humans are experiencing a crisis of belonging. And so I know one thing I stand for hugely is a sense of belonging. I embody it, I cause it wherever I go. So in the Art Friend School membership, that's what I'm creating. And that's what I do with private clients. Like, you kind of belong to yourself more fully when you realize yourself artistically. So definitely it's an inside job with your inner art friend. And then also the principles of everything I'm talking about here on the Art Friend Show and leading into the Art Friend School membership is that, we can co-create. We're all stronger together. We're not alone when we hear our story in other people. If we all stay in motion making our stuff, the world evolves and is like much cooler, more beautiful. So that's what Art Friend is. That's the deal. Okay, cool. It hopefully will be a movement way beyond me and my individual capacity. So I'm not really selling you like my friendship so much as the vibe of making friends with yourself and each other. Cool. Okay, so then the other two things. Yesterday I went live and announced that I'm doing this founding member way of launching the Art Friend School membership. And let me tell you a little bit about that, because I was so petrified when I went live yesterday, not to mention there was like a whole bunch of stuff with my kid and I had like no time. It was just so stressful, but I had to do it. And I'm in such a better space now, probably because 3 people have signed up. So I'm also really motivated by the sense of like genuine interest, commitment, and investment to be able to work with. So let me back up a bit. The Art Friend concept was born out of my desire to like create this show, the Art Friend Show, and to create an ongoing recurring membership. which will, I think, be a really sustainable way to reach more people with this work, which I really want to do. And it'll be awesome for me as like a self-employed solo parent, entrepreneur, artist lady to have a predictable recurring revenue source. So I am hell-bent on creating this, or heaven-bent, whatever. I am so committed to creating this membership that has like the best thing, like it's just going to be so smashing awesome. And I can't wait to do it. And so I've been speaking this idea to life day after day after day on the Art Friends show. And, oh, hang on. I think my neighbor's doing laundry. Hi, Sarah. I'm live right now. I have a friend who lives in a tiny house in the yard, and we share the major appliances. Where was I? So the Art Friend School membership, it's going to be amazing. And for whatever reason, it's taken me this many days to figure out that it's like a lot harder to build a membership site than I would have imagined. I've never done it before. I've done tons of online teaching, tons of, facilitating this like transformation. I know I'm good at that, but actually packaging it into a really rad, like gorgeous and effective like membership site experience is a whole new thing. And so in April, I got up the gumption to like build a checkout page and be like, ta-da, join me for Art Friends School. And like my ego got definitely bruised because one person signed up. And then I was like, I don't have capacity to really build this. So with her, I'm just working with her privately right now. And then I kind of regrouped and reoriented. And it was this amazing synergy because I spent this like full on executive coaching session with this mentor of mine who used to be like the executive director at this arts organization where I was program manager. Anyway, he led me through this entire visioning process for my business while I paced around their house and like talked out the entire vision for Art Friends Show and Art Friends School. And it all boils down to this membership and then to the show itself becoming like a legit podcast, YouTube channel, and my reach exploding. Like I am intentionally going to grow my audience like a lot, right? Like a lot. And so that's exciting. I finally feel ready for that. I finally feel ready to handle like whatever annoying things come with that, like people who disagree or are unkind or like just the admin BS, all of that. And I'm really excited about like this message. Like people, like a couple of days ago, I interviewed, someone on my front porch and she's like, I'm an artist and now I'm making my art. Like that's what I stand for. So I'm really excited. Anywhoosie, so on that day I had that executive coaching session. This guy, Stu McLaren, who I think I found him through Bonnie Christine, who's this like rock star artist who has a pattern design course and a bajillion other things. He was offering this course called The Membership Experience. Da, 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 da. And it was like the very last day to sign up. And it basically is like everything you need to know about building a really bomb diggity membership site. And I was like, oh my God, I really want to take that. I refuse to go into debt for my business. I am going to do it. And it's like really expensive. So I signed myself up for it. And essentially that means that I can build the Art Friends School membership like really well because I now have this like incredible comprehensive resource. So I'm so glad that I did it. But the first thing that they recommend doing if we're brave enough, basically, is to do this thing called like a founding member launch where I'm saying, this thing is not built yet. I'm actually going to take much longer than I thought. I mean, I need like 2 months to build this thing. I'm going to work my way through this thing, teach myself how to build a membership course, make sure the look and feel and the actual like way that you're going through it feels really amazing. And you're like, what? This is the best value ever. And I'm already changing my life and feeling like an artist and have all these skills. And I want it to be like such a party. Like you can't believe you got to go there. Anywho, but they recommend doing a founding member launch and saying, hey, if you want to invest right now, like right now I have a relatively small audience, right? I have like 4,000 on Instagram or 1,000 on my email list. And so my total audience is pretty tiny. But what they say is, if you have about 5,000 people or 5,000 or 6,000, like, maybe 50 or 60 will sign up for something. And I was like, oh, if I offer this founding member thing, I could get a stack of cash that will buy me time. Plus it'll help me pay for the tech. It'll help pay for the course, help me not stress out, all of that. Before I actually launch it to the public at a higher price. So, and there's like pros and cons. Honestly, my mentor, Eric, was like, don't do that because you don't want to lock in a low price for people and then there's inflation and blah, blah, blah. However, I'm just like really not in a position to not do it. At this point, I'm so committed to building this thing, and I would rather have you as my community be the investors. And I'm just not in a position to like front my business that much. So I have to do it with and for and by you transparently. So enter the founding member launch plan. So they recommend doing it for they said like 4 days to a week, like just keep it open for a really short time. My life is so busy as a mom. It's a lot just to get the message out here. So we'll see. Right now, I think I'm going to close the founding member deal on the 17th. If I get enough of a response. If not, I might keep talking about it for another few days. But the whole point is that you get in right now at this incredible low, I feel like an infomercial. I am basically. But you get in right now at the founding member price, and then you're locked in forever. You help me actually build it. And then I have this intimate cohort with those of you who are the founding members for the first 2 months of the membership. So you sign up, there's nothing built yet, but I'll send you an email and we'll do a dance party, and then we'll start having weekly things to engage. And I'll also be sharing like the whole process with you behind the scenes. I'll be like, here's what I did, today on the membership site, check this out. Or, oh my God, we have this incredible thing. Or, how can I serve you? I've already had 3 people sign up to like be the founding members of the Art Friend School membership. And it's cool because I get to interface with them directly. And, I've worked with heaps of clients over the years, but this membership is a whole new thing. And so we'll be building it together to make sure that it's like, that you love it as a resource, that it only gets better and better and better from here on out. Okay, so that's the deal with what I'm doing right now. I'm doing this founding member launch this week so that I can get capital and I can get demonstrated commitment from those of you that are really interested in being a part of the Art Friend School membership as I'm building it. And you'll get the most attention ever because you're being a founding member. So what I'm offering is it's $39 a month, and you'll lock in that rate for the lifetime of my membership, which I intend to run for many, many years. And it'll be $390 if you want to pay annually. Again, you'll lock in that rate, recurring if you choose to stay in it for several years. It'll totally pay off. And I'm offering just a limited number of $1,000 lifetime access spots. So if you're like, I believe in this idea, I want to see this happen, and you want to just like get a screaming deal, do that. It'll be a win-win all around. Lifetime access, again, it's like the lifetime of this business itself, which I've already had an art business for 10 years. This is where I'm headed, and this is what I'm all about. The message of the Art Friend Show and the Art Friend School membership, like this is where I'm pouring all my energy, resources, magic, connections, creativity, etc. for the foreseeable future until it is such a banging resource. The only thing that feels comparable that I know about that I am not a part of but my clients have told me about is this thing called Art to Life by Nicholas Milton. Anyway, it looks fantastic. Some of my private clients have been like, that's the only thing that's kind of similar to what you do. Because what I do is I teach you art. Like I teach you almost like art college, but then also with this welcoming community vibe. But I don't teach you like how to make this painting or how to make that painting. I did that in the past. I did that as like a gig or as a contractor for other people's schools. The Art Friends School is going to keep the integrity of that, of like that niche that I've grown into over many, many clients, is that I help you find and own your own voice, level up your confidence, make new work, and debut it to your community. So really fun stuff. And I'm figuring out inside of Art Friends School membership how to do that on like a much larger community basis. But if you get in as a founding member right now, you'll get tons of individual attention. And just keep in mind that the way that I've been doing this is like $6,000 for 3 months. That's like how people have been working with me. So this is a really different moment. And if you want some encouragement, this will be a good way to do it. What was I going to say? Oh, the third thing is the podcast. Okay. So as you might know, I've been wanting this Art Friend show to become a real podcast, like that you can listen to on podcasting platforms, and a YouTube show so that it has like a larger reach, because Instagram they're really smart. They've designed it so that like it doesn't play well with other tools, so it keeps us all on the app, for better or for worse, right? But a listener, a viewer of this show who has a podcast has offered, holy crap, y'all, and already started, because I just logged into the spreadsheet and he's just like doing it, to help repurpose all of this into a real podcast. And then from here on out, not from here on out, but at the end of the 100 days, for me to start learning a workflow so that this becomes like that every Art Friend interview or solo show that I do can become not only content for you here on Instagram to binge watch and enjoy and share with your friends, but to also be on a proper podcast platform and YouTube. I didn't think that was possible. I was kind of bummed, but also like, this is the best I can do. It'll all live here. But I just met with Adam from Modern Dadhood, which, by the way, check out that podcast. It's so great. They're representing all these different perspectives of parenthood through the lens of like fatherhood. And I've listened to a few episodes and it's really cool. I really love what they're doing. And so Adam has been a fan of my work here and followed the Art Friend show, and the very beginning offered to help me turn it into a podcast. And then I was, my normal like pinball of busy self. We just met again today and it's like in motion. So I'm really excited about that, because again, it's like we can speak these ideas into life. And there's sometimes for me, like there's that leap between like knowing it's got to happen, knowing what a good fit it is, and actually like, how do we actually do that? That's what's happening. It's happening. Yeah. Number 1, Art Friend, getting clear on the concept of who she, they, he is, right? Art Friend is your inner confidence. Art Friend is your inner advocate, the antidote to your inner critic. But they're both important. We travel through both spaces all the time. That's the vibe of Art Friend. And then of course, the Art Friend is the community. So then it's really important that we create a sense of belonging, which I think is like the antidote to all of the humanities problems. But anyway, and then I think artists are like key to the evolution in the whole world. So that's the whole nutshell of Art Friend. Then there's the Art Friend School membership. I'm creating membership. You can join as a founding member right now for a screaming deal, $39 a month or $390 annually, or just for a limited number of folks, $1,000, and you get lifetime access. That way you show commitment, you lock in a good deal, you help me shape this thing. I work with you privately for 2 months while I build out the public version. And I get a stack of cash to work with so that I can actually afford to spend the time, buy the tech, get the help, etc. And we make this thing happen. And then finally, the Art Friend show is growing up into its podcast form. It is happening, it is in motion, and I am fucking delighted. Yeah, that's the update for today. Again, I'm Annamieka. This is the Art Friend show, episode, I don't know, let me look. Episode number 79. 79 in a row. We're going to 100 days. This whole thing wraps up June 1st. By then, my goal is to have the actual podcast and show launched In the very short term, I'm doing this like founding member drive to get capital and interest and commitment and excitement so that I can build the Art Friend School membership, which I think I need more like 2 months to build properly. That is all. Let me know what you think of all of this. Oh, and today I actually built the links. So in my bio here in Instagram, or wherever you're seeing this in the future, because of that repurposing thing I just mentioned, you can follow the link and then it'll bring you to the founding member thing and you can sign up. Ta-da! You can sign up for that recurring monthly or for annual, or you can pay the one-time $1,000 and be like an investor in the project and then have lifetime access to it. So I really appreciate your attention, your commitment to yourself, because if you're watching this, you're probably having an awakening about your creativity or you're committed to walking that path, and I'm so glad to be on it with you as we travel through doubt and confidence and back around and on and on. Your friend in art, Annamieka. See you tomorrow. Bye. I'd love to have you inside of Art Friend School, where we go deeper into these topics. Follow the link that's in the show notes or find it on my website at annamieka.com.